Hi guys, how are you today? My name is Samantha and I'm coming to talk to you guys about Uber. So I am an Uber driver. I've been working for Uber for 2 years now, and I have, I think I have a good idea, I have a good amount of knowledge in order to be able to inform people about Uber. I'm creating this channel because I get a lot of calls every day. Calls from people that I don't know, calls from people that I know about Uber and how it works. So I said, let me make a YouTube channel to tell everyone about Uber. So first, how did I find out about Uber? A lot of people want to know that. A lot of my passengers and my clients, they all ask me that question. How I found out about Uber, it was very random actually. I didn't know what Uber was when I joined it. I didn't know it would become this big thing. My dad always told me, oh, get your TLC license and go look for a regular job. Go look for a good job where I won't have to be, I'll be my own boss and stuff. He always would tell me that. And I wouldn't really, he gave me the money to go get my TLC license one time, and I didn't do it. I basically used money and did other things, But then, my junior year of college, over the summer, my father, at that time I was really serious about it because I was tired of working these little cheap jobs, $7-something an hour, $8 an hour jobs. I wanted something real and I wanted to be my own boss. And since I was in school, I wanted to, have something where I could study and do how I want to do it, So I went and got my TLC license, and at the time I was 21 years old. I'm 23 now. And I went and got my TLC license, and when I got my TLC license, my father was like, oh, in 3 months, my father was like, oh, I'm gonna get you a job with a company, whatever. 3 months later passed, I'm still with no job. So I started taking matters into my own hands. So I started Googling black car companies on Craigslist, on Google and stuff. And all the companies that were coming to me, they were telling me, oh, at the time that my car was too old. I had a 2005 Maxima at the time. Like my car's too old, or that kind of car they don't use in the business, and whatever. Or that they didn't have time to train me to learn to learn and everything. So I said, okay, fine, my car's too old. Let me go on Craigslist and let me look up myself. Let me see if I find a car. So I went on Craigslist and I looked, and I came across this brand new Camry, and it was being rented. It was for about $500 a week for rent. Well, it was a surge charge for my age because of the insurance at the time. Sidebar: when you're young like me, and you're younger than about 25, and you're coming to join Uber, it's really hard to get insurance. It's only about one company. Well, in New York, there's only about one company that will really insure you, and it's Hereford. The downside with Hereford is very expensive, so you have to pay a surcharge. Anyways, so I got I went, and I called the guy, I said, I see you guys have a Camry for rent, and and I see that it's registered with Uber. What is Uber? And he's like, oh, Uber is a car service. I said, are they hiring? He said, they're always hiring. I said, do you have a number? He said, there's no number. You only can go there. So I said, what's the address? He told me the address. 2755 Jackson Avenue, Long Island City, for those of you who want to know. So I went there after class, because I was taking summer classes at the time, and I went, and basically they gave me a test, passed the test, so they told me to come back with my car and I'll have a job. I went back to the guy with the car, gave him the money, the down payment and everything, and got the car. Then I went back to Uber, showed them the information, and basically I was a driver. It was that simple. It takes a lot of money and stuff to join. Well, not a lot of money, but I'm going to get into that a little later on in this video. I started, and basically in a day, I had my own business. I was my own boss, if you really want to get technical. So now, I am going to be talking about, I have a list on my phone of how to break it down with you guys. What do you need to start? How do you start working with Uber? What do you need to start? For one, you have to have your driver's license. This is in New York. Again, let me say in New York. You have to have your driver's license. For two, you have to get your defensive driving, and it can't be no more than 3 months old, I believe. maybe 6 months, but I would say 3 months to be safe. And you have to change your class. You have to change your driver's license to a Class E license. And yes, that's basically what you need to get started to go and apply for the application, to go get the TLC license with application. The license is about, say, $200 and something to apply. But yeah, that's basically $200 and something. To get your Class C license is very easy. You just go to DMV. You tell them, look, I want a Class C license. You don't have to take a test. You don't have to do anything. You just tell them, I think it's like $30 or whatever, and you pay and you get your Class C license. Then now, when you get the TLC license, this is when it starts getting expensive. With Uber, you need a car that is no older than 5 years old. So if your car is older than 5 years, you cannot work for Uber. You can, but you would be an Uber X. I believe with Uber X, you can have a car that's about 6 to 7 years old, I believe. But I know for a fact if you want to be an SUV or a black car driver, you cannot have, your vehicle cannot be over 5 years old. Next thing. If you're going to go rent a car, it's going to cost money. It's cheaper to rent a car, but I would never advise anyone to rent a car because it's a lot of money per week. And it's like leasing a car. You're paying all this money and you're not going to keep the car, and it's just going into someone's pocket. You're like paying somebody's mortgage, and I don't see the purpose in that. And especially in New York, rent can be as low as like $400. It could go up to like $800, $900 a week depending on the kind of car you're getting. So I wouldn't suggest that. It's better, that like say 500 times 4. That's five times 4, 4 weeks in a month. That's $2,000 a month. Like, your car payment shouldn't be over, like, the most your car payment will be is about $1,000 a month. If that, depending on the car that you get, So I would never recommend anyone to rent a car. To get a car now, to go and purchase a car, it is a little expensive, but you have to look at it like this. You have to spend money to become your own boss. Any business that you want to do, you're going to have to invest in yourself, If you don't have credit, it's a little hard to get a car. It depends on where you go. Some credit companies, they'll understand and you'll be able to get a car, but you may not get the car that you want exactly. So that makes it a little harder. But for one, if you guys do need a car, you've been looking for a car, and your credit is not the best, and you're in need of a car, let me know. You can message me, and I'll tell you where to go. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you in this video. There's a Subaru dealership. It's a Subaru, Chevrolet, and Hyundai dealership in Jersey, and I got one of my cars from there. And they told me to send everyone there, and when you go, you tell them Samantha sent you. And they'll once you're going to do work for Uber, they will do their best to get you a car, I'm sending my sister there, and I'm sending a few other friends there to get their cars there. But yeah, and the next thing now, once you get your car, you have to pay for that money to get your car. But you should have about 3 months payments and gas and everything in your pocket, just to be safe, because you don't know how long it may take you. When you get a new car, you have to go through TLC inspection. The inspection is about $700. Your insurance, you have to get insurance. You should put aside about $1,000. In total, I would say put aside $3,000. It's going to take you about $3,000 to really get started with Uber, to do it legally the right way in New York. As I said, it may come off as a lot of money to you guys, but come on, you're spending $3,000 to be your own boss, to make your own money. You can make, with Uber, people ask me how much do I make. I won't tell you how much I make, but I'll tell you just as much as the signs itself. Like last winter alone, Uber has put up signs you can make $10,000 a month. Last winter. There are people who are making $90,000 a year. There are signs that tell you, join Uber, make $90,000 a year. There are people who are making over $100,000 a year. It's really up to the way you apply yourself. With Uber, especially in New York. In the other states, Uber is very cheap, but in New York, it gets a little pricey, which is good for us, In the wintertime, the prices can double, they can triple, they can multiply by 4. You know, it depends on demand. So the winter time is really when you make all your money. The summertime, if you start in the summer and you're a little discouraged, just wait till the winter and you'll really see how much money you can make. But even in the summertime, you can still make money, you know? The next thing, how do we get paid? We get direct deposit every Thursday. Once you go to Uber, they'll ask you for your bank account information. You give them your account number and your routing number, and every Thursday, bright and early, your money will be right in your account. You don't have to go to Uber. That's a good thing. Like a lot of these other car services, you have to go pick up your check. You have to go cash out. With Uber, you never have to go to them unless you have a problem with your phone, or you know your rating was bad, or you had an issue with a passenger. Maybe you need to go in, or you're buying a new car. You need to give them the information. You don't need to go to Uber. I've been to Uber since I've been working with Uber for about 2 years. I've been to Uber about I have had 4 different cars already. So I've had to go there. I've probably been to Uber about 7 times in 2 years. There are people who go to their base like 2 times a week, you know? So that's really good. And that's the end of this video. So if you guys have any other questions, you can let me know. I have about 10 different videos in mind. I don't want to put it all in one. So just let me know, guys. Please like this video, share it on Facebook, share it on Instagram, like screenshot it and post it up on Instagram. Let everybody know, you know, come and work. You know, there's a lot of people out there, they're working at McDonald's or wherever. My first job was at McDonald's. I'm not discrediting any McDonald's in any way, but a lot of people, they're making $300, $500 a week when you could be making a lot more money. You could be bringing home $2,000, $3,000 a week, you know. I would tell you to join Uber. As a female, especially, it's great because you work whenever you want to. Literally, whenever you want. I can go on a vacation tomorrow and I don't have to tell anyone. It's the most liberating feeling ever. And Uber opens the doors for you to become more of an entrepreneur. I have all kinds of other ideas in which I'm going to start doing, but Uber has opened the door for me to be able to do all of those things. So I guess thank you guys for watching this video. Please click like and subscribe to this video. At the bottom, you'll see the button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Share it on Facebook so your friends, your mom, your dad, your grandparents, they can make a living, you know. Not even in only New York, but all over the world. All right, guys. Bye. I wish you guys all the best. Peace and blessings to all of you. Bye-bye.